Hey guys, how you doing? It's Larry. I'm in the city today. I headed back. I had to run up here right quick to go take care of something. Got it done. Getting ready to head back. Been super busy since I've been up here, so if I didn't have a chance to reach out to you since I've been in the city, I apologize. All right. So last year around about this very time, on this very day, I reported that I had lost my daughter, that we had to take Shakivius off the machine, and she passed. She fought, but her injuries were too great. So the days leading up to that day were horrible, and a few days after that were horrible. I went through one of the worst times of my life. It was horrible. It really was. I cried. I questioned. I like, where God at? All that stuff, right? Why do I have to experience that? Because some of you may not know that I lost my mother the same way. I lost my mother the same way that I lost my daughter. Both of them had been shot in the head, okay? So that was a hard pill to swallow. Kivity and I spoke about that. We talked about that. And when I was trying to tell her, like, you know, Kivity, you got to be careful. You know, I don't want to experience that pain or whatever. But needless to say, I went through that period of my life when I experienced one of the worst pains of my life and some of the worst days of my life. But right behind him, this year has been the greatest year of my life. Because I was willing to keep going and have faith and believe and trust God, even though I was going through some tough moments of my life. And it was some times when even it's like, where you at, God? You know? But I continue to push forward, continue to work on the mission that I prayed for. So, you know, they say, faith without works is dead. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of the things not seen. But continue to work on what you have prayed for, even though you're going through one of the worst times of your life, right? That was a tough pill to swallow, but I continue to do it even to this day. So my encouragement for you, why am I making a video? I wanted to do a year after video just to report where I am in life, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. Okay, so spiritually, my faith is stronger than it has been before. Like, I understand that not all things that God do, you're going to like. And it's going to be some things that happen to you that's going to seem unfair, all right? But part of your faith is accepting the good with the bad and still keep going. Financially, it's been a great year. I'm in a great place. You guys see, we just moved down to the country, place down there. We bought a place in the country. Yeah, I mean, we bought that place. We sold our house. We moved. We in this apartment up here, and then we bought that place down there. So I'm in a great place there. Like, mentally, I'm in a great place. But I want to share this with you. You may be going through the worst time of your life today. Today may be the worst moment of your life today. You may be receiving this right now on time. But if you can weather that storm and continue to trust God, even though you're in the middle of your worst day, your worst time, and you can continue to push through and continue to trust God, not just with your words, but with your deeds and actions, like you still getting up, pushing forward, trying, the assignment that you've been tasked with, you still working on, even with tears in your eyes, right? If you can show God your faithfulness, even in the midst of your pain in your worst moments, I can promise you he will reward you. All right. So my worst day led to my greatest year, but it was some action steps in between my worst day and my greatest year. And one of the greatest action steps was, I got to keep going. I cannot quit. I cannot stop. This is a hiccup. It's a painful hiccup. People was telling me, Larry, you got to take some time. Business going to be there. But what people don't understand is I prayed for my business. I prayed and I asked God to please put me in a position where I can provide for my family. Please put me in a position where this can happen, that can happen. So if I prayed for it, why would I give up on it? Because I was going through a bad time. This is how I think. So I kept going, and I'm keeping going. I'm still going, even though at times then I was like, where you at, God? You know, why you doing this to me? You know, like I said, I lost my mom and my daughter the same way. My daughter was shot in the head. My mom was shot in the head. I lost my mom in 90. She was murdered, shot in her head. My daughter, I lost my daughter in 21, shot in her head. So there's some painful pills to swallow. Like, it's like reliving that pain, right? And you ask God, like, why I gotta go through this? Like, what I do to deserve this? Like, what I do? You know, I see people just living their lives and they never go through nothing like this. Why I gotta go through this, you know? But aside from all that, still being able to push through, even though it don't feel fair. You feel like you being punished or stuff like that. The reward come on the other side of that. You're showing God that you're still faithful in the middle of your pain and your tears. Some of you may not have reached this point of faith and belief in him yet, or it. I don't believe in putting a gender on God. But I can tell you, if you will, your greatest years and days are right behind it. I believe that. All right? This Larry. I'm going to report back next year, June the 1st, how I'm doing, where I'm at, how life has been over the year. My life is okay. I'm great. I'm doing okay. I have challenging moments, but God is still God. God is still God. So regardless of what I'm going through, I still trust and believe. I still get on my knees. I still ask God, please, I need this to happen. I trust you. I believe you. Listen. And you know, it's still, you know, faith without works is dead. You got to keep working. You got to keep working. You believe and trusting, but you pushing. All right? Man, it's Larry, man. I love all you guys sincerely who have followed me, who have encouraged me, who wish the best for me and my family. For real. All right? You guys take care. I'm going to talk to you next time.